Talking about the beauty of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, you don't know where to start. Should you start with the blessed face of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam? Should you start with the blessed eyes of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam? Should you start with the blessed features of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam? Where are you to start? Let me take you back to the time of migration, when Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, along with his most closest companion Sayyiduna Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala an, they migrated towards the city of Madinatul Munawwara from the city of Makkatul Mukarramah. During this migration, they stopped at many different places. One place that they stopped at was at the tent of an individual who is known as Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha. At that time, she had yet not accepted Islam. At that time, she was still not a believer. But it was her custom, it was her habit, that from her seerah, her biography, her personality was such that whoever would pass by traveling, she would give them something. She was very hospitality. Her hospitality was great. She would always give them something. So Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, along with Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an, and the slave of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an, also the guide. These four individuals, they stopped at the tent of Sayyida Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha. When they got to this tent of Sayyida Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha, they asked her, do you have anything that you can give us? She turned around and she said that you have come at a difficult time, a time that is not the best for me, because at that time it was a famine that was going on. It was very dry times and there was a famine happening on. She goes that if I had anything, believe me, I would not step back in doing your hospitality.
Allahu Akbar.
This is the words that she said, because this was part of her character, her personality. So Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she goes that unfortunately I don't have anything. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, at a distance in the corner, he saw a goat. That goat was very old, was very weak. And he said to Sayyidina Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha, that I see that you have a goat. Would you allow me to take milk out of this goat? She turned around and she goes that this goat, it doesn't have the capability and the ability to give out milk. The Prophet ﷺ, just give me permission to at least try. Let me at least try to see if I can get milk out of this goat. Sayyidina Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala an, she turned around and she goes that I don't see it possible, but if you want, you can try to take out milk from the udders of this goat. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, it is mentioned in some narrations, mentioned the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and began taking out the milk from the udders. In other narrations it is mentioned that the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam placed his blessed hand on the goat, and then after that began to take milk out of the udders of that goat. The barakah and the blessings of this fi'l and this action of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala was such that Sayyidah Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala, and she bought one utensil, one pot in which the milk was stored in. Then she bought another pot, until all of the pots in the house were filled with milk. Then the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, he gave milk for her to Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha. After giving milk to Ma'bad radiyallahu, gave to Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala, and also gave milk to the slave and the guide as well. And then at the end drank it themselves sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. So then the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, along with the companions, they carried on their journey towards Madinatul Munawwara. The story, it doesn't end there. Then Abu Ma'bad, he comes back and he's shocked. He says that I took all of the animals with me. I left one goat that didn't have the capability to give milk. Where has all of this milk come from?
Allahu Akbar.
And that's when the zikr Mustafa took place. The remembrance of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, it began in that tent of Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha. She states that a man came. And they would utilize and they would address the Prophet ﷺ with the name Mubarak. Mubarak came. Mubarak means a blessed man. So they would use this as the name of the Messenger ﷺ. They didn't know who the Prophet ﷺ was. They've never seen him ﷺ before this. And Abu Ma'bad, he asks, "O Ma'bad, tell me who was this man that came?" Say these words and the description of that Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala anha gave of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. They are mentioned, they are the best words to describe the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam. She states that Mubarak, he was such an individual whose beauty was outstanding.
SubhanAllah.
The face of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam was beautiful, and the creation of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala wasallam was extremely nice.
SubhanAllah.
The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, he was very, very attractive, and he was extremely beautiful. She states that his eyes were dark and they were big. His eyelashes, they were long. His voice was resonant. His neck was shining,
SubhanAllah.
with blessed thick and a full beard. Both eyebrows were thin and it seemed like they were touching one another.
SubhanAllah.
His blessed height was medium. Neither was he too tall, nor was he so short. If he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam was to be seen at a distance, he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam would look very awesome and beautiful. And if he was seen at a closer distance, he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam would look even more beautiful, even more attractive and seen closer. Having listened to this praise of the Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, Sayyidina Abu Ma'bad radiyallahu ta'ala an, he says that by Allah Azza wa Jal, this Mubarak, this blessed individual is that same individual who is from the Quraysh. The people of Makkah who they are after, this is that same individual.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.